And he will do the exact same at a training session in Kilmallock as well. You know, that's Graeme Mulcahy. You know, now you go back to the All-Ireland when Limerick beat Galway in the All-Ireland final, you have to say that probably one of the most influential players in the field that day was Graeme Mulcahy. You know, for his work rate, and he got a crucial point as well. Maybe they probably won the All-Ireland for Limerick, you know. But, you know, Graeme is a fantastic fella outside of hurling as well. You know, he's a real good, level-headed character, really grounded, you know, and gets on with his life. As I say, he's living and married in Cork now, but he has really, really commitments to Kilmallock. Yeah, to Kilmallock, you know. When he comes to Kilmallock, you know, even last year now, he got injured, as you know, in the All-Ireland final. I don't know if it was from that hurley break or what, how he injured his knee, you know, but he got injured anyway. And he came back and he was doing a bit of rehab, you know, he had to do his rehab, and he was in Cork. But he travelled all the way from Cork to Limerick to do it on the training field when we were training, you know. So it gave us a great lift as well. And personally, you know, you could use it as a stick as well for the rest of the lads that you were training, you know what I mean? And here was a lad who was travelling from Cork to get right for the championship for Kilmallock, which was fantastic, you know. But they had some great guys there, as I'm sure the Pearse have as well. As I say, I wouldn't know as much about the Pearse lads personally because I was never involved, but I was involved with Kilmallock. I know what they bring to the table, you know, and you know what? They have great tradition as well. You know, the tradition there, they have a lot of lads around the town there that has played for Limerick, played for Munster, have all-stars and things like that. And it means a lot. It means a lot in Kilmallock. Kilmallock, hurling is everything in Kilmallock, you know, and when they don't do well, like, you know about it in Kilmallock and they'll let you know about it, you know. So, and that's a good thing as well. You know, I always say for a town, you know, it has a fantastic club spirit, you know. Sometimes some fellas say, the country club have the spirit and things like that. But in Kilmallock, they have all them. They have all that. Every bit of it they have, you know. And they have great people that follow them too. And I tell you, there'll be a fair crowd of Sunday in Limerick, but there'll be a massive crowd from Kilmallock because they just live, eat, drink, and eat hurling, you know. And fair play to them, you know. It's great to see it.
Yeah, like you had a brilliant run last year, and obviously Ballygunner, you know, they had a great year, and you know they were just that little bit of a bridge too far. But I just want to ask you about how the team has. It's probably been changed around a little bit this year because, you know, obviously Paddy O'Loughlin was away and you had to try and find a way to work him back in. And I'm sure that was a bit of a headache, whether it's a positive or a negative headache. There was definitely a headache in that. Gavin O'Mahony seems to have gone from full forward back to centre back. So they've rejigged the team a little bit this year. I think Aaron Costello's half back as well. So it's probably a completely different starting half back than probably what you had in the county final last year.
Yeah, and you know, that's a good thing as well. That brings a good bit of freshness. Now, I believe in my thinking that Kilmallock are stronger this year than they were last year. For the simple reason is, for some unknown reason, I couldn't play a guy last year that was 6'2", 14.5 stone, played for the Limerick under-20s, and he still couldn't play championship hurling for Kilmallock. Shane O'Brien. He couldn't play last year. You know, I don't know where we're going with that. Hopefully they'll look at that because it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. He's a big addition in the forwards now, you know, and maybe that's the reason for Gavin going back as well, that you come down a quality forward like Shane O'Brien. Paddy O'Loughlin is a real plus as well. Paddy, as you know, when travelling last year, he's back again, really sound, solid guy. And he's playing wing back, you know. So, I mean, Gavin, I know, is probably centre back, but he will have maybe Aaron Costello at one side of him, Paddy O'Loughlin at the other side of him. Lads with All-Ireland medals, you know, has played inter-county. So that's a big plus, really, you know. Going back then, I think they can always move Gavin. I don't know what team Kilmallock will put out on Sunday, what positions they'll put him in. But the big thing about this is whoever they play on Sunday, they will be left with a strong bench as well. You know, you have David Wolfe, who probably hasn't made the team maybe this year, yes. You have Conor Hanley, Clark, who's a very good player as well. You have Robbie Egan. You know, you have a lot of... Now, Phelim O'Reilly, Oisin's brother, is playing this year. He had to go on work experience last year to America. So he just came back before the county final. So he was out of it for a few months. I believe he's playing really well this year, and he's a good, athletic, strong player as well. So I think they have more strength and depth this year than we had last year. But coming back to that thing about the Munster club, I just felt last year, Ballygunner beat us and were fair and square. They were a good team and went on to win the All-Ireland. But I just feel we needed to play that game before Christmas because we were going on momentum, if you know what I mean. And we had beaten Middleton. We needed to play it. And then with a couple of weddings coming up and things like that, not the ideal preparation, you know. And as you know as well, last year, COVID was around as well. So, you know, I just felt the energy went completely out of our team at the end. But fair play to Ballygunner. As I said last year, they had big things in mind, and they went in and they won the All-Ireland club. Now, you know, the way they won it, that's a great way to win the championship, you know, and, you know, it'll be tough again this year. But, you know, I think if they get over the Tip champions, I think they have to travel to Limerick this year. And that's not going to be easy. Not going to be easy no matter who wins on Sunday.